If you ever felt like you were made for more, but can't figure out how to turn what's inside you into something that frees you financially, you are not the problem. You know what I've noticed? Most people aren't tired because they work too much. They're tired because they're working on the wrong thing. If you've given your best energy to a system that barely pays the bills and leaves you with no margin to think, dream, or build, you are not the problem. The system is. This isn't just about work. This is about destiny. The traditional income system that you were handed wasn't built to reward your wisdom. It was built to reward repetition, compliance, and conformity. You go to school, you get a job, you trade time for money, you do it for 40 years, and if you're lucky, you retire with just enough left in the tank to travel for a few years before your health declines. Friend, that's not freedom. That's delayed life. And we've been convinced that it's noble to endure it, that it's responsible to stay stuck in something just because it's secure. But what if you weren't created to conform? What if you were born to create? Right now, there's a new economy rising, and it's not built around degrees or titles or resumes. It's built around transformation. It's built on wisdom. It's called the digital product economy. And if you've lived through something, if you've helped people, if you've figured out how to overcome anything, you're already qualified to be a part of it. You don't need to be famous. You don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need to start over. You just need to learn how to package what you already know into something that can help other people. Friend, that's a digital product. It could be a course, a coaching program, a template, a system, a workbook, whatever form it takes, the goal is the same. Help someone get a result using your wisdom. Now, here's why this matters. In the traditional model, you are paid for your time. In the new model, you are paid for your impact. Time is capped, but impact is scalable. That's why someone working 80 hours a week can still be broke, while someone else makes a $10,000 a month product from a business they created 6 months ago. One is hustling, the other is harvesting. And no, I'm not saying this is some overnight thing. This is not about fantasy. This is about finally getting clear on what you already carry and learning how to use it as a seed. Because when you realize your story has value, when you realize the things you've lived through, fought through, learned the hard way, when you realize that stuff could actually be your path to freedom, everything changes. You stop discounting your journey. You stop second guessing your voice, and you start building something that belongs to you, not just something that belongs to your employer. See, the truth is most people don't lack skill. They lack permission. Permission to believe they're called to more than surviving. Permission to believe their ideas are valid. Permission to believe that wisdom is more powerful than a job title. But let me ask you this. What have you helped others with? What problems have people come to you to solve? What lessons have you lived that someone else is still stuck in? Friend, that's not random. That's a clue to your assignment. And that's where your digital product business starts. Not with chasing a trend or copying someone else, but by stewarding your own wisdom. And here's the thing. Hard work isn't the enemy. But if your hard work isn't compounding, if it's not building equity, then it's just a prettier version of slavery. In the old model, someone else decides when you grow, when you get promoted, when you're worthy of more. In this model, you decide, you create, you build something once that can bless someone over and over again. And if you're faith-based like I am, you know this runs deeper than just economics. Wisdom is a gift, and God doesn't give wisdom to be buried in busyness. He gives it to us for it to be multiplied. See, friend, you were never meant to keep that testimony to yourself. You were never meant to build someone else's dream at the expense of your own. You were never meant to carry ideas to your grave. You were meant to build something that blesses others and creates freedom for your family. See, wisdom, when it's stewarded well, becomes wealth. And wealth, when stewarded well, becomes impact. And that's exactly what I'm inviting you into. If something in you knows it's time to do more with what you carry, if you're ready to start something that can grow with you, support your family, and actually serve people deeply, then I want to personally invite you to the Wealth to Wisdom 3-Day Challenge. It's happening at the end of this month, and over the course of 3 days, I'm going to walk you through the exact framework that I use to help people turn their God-given wisdom into a digital product business. What you're going to get in those 3 days is you're going to get clarity on your niche. You'll sketch out your first offer, and you'll see how this all works step by step. Now, general admission is just $97. VIP is $197 and includes extra coaching and a live Q&A with me every single day. So if you've been on the fence, unsure where to start, or you've started before but didn't have the strategy, this is your moment. This is where clarity meets action. So the link to register for the 3-day challenge is below this video. Click it, grab your spot, and I'll see you inside the challenge. You don't have to burn out to be faithful, friend. You don't have to settle for survival when you were created for legacy. And you don't have to stay small to stay humble. So friend, this video is your permission slip to think bigger, to build differently, and to turn your God-given wisdom into something that sets people free, including you. So hit that subscribe button, and if you're ready to go deeper, join me for the Wealth to Wisdom Challenge. It might just be the turning point you've been praying for. I'll see you there.